Hey TubeUbers, TJ Pyramid here, back with another video, and it's coming up close to the 15-year anniversary of a little movie called The Blair Witch. I remember when this movie came out, and before it had come out, like weeks and months in advance, people were being tricked because I mean, it was even reported that it was real, that they found this footage of these kids, and it was real, that this film coming out was a documentary, it was all real footage. A lot of people were tricked. I remember seeing this in theaters, and before it actually started, the people sitting around me, I could hear them talking about, like, talking as if they had, that this was like some big event news story, that these people were thinking that this was real, that this was a real documentary, and these kids did lose their lives, and this was the actual found footage of these kids, and that's how all these people in this theater were talking about it. Of course, I was a little bit wiser, and I knew that it was just a really well done film. That's my biggest reasoning behind why I think a lot of people may not like this film, is because I think they were tricked. But I don't know. I absolutely love the Blair Witch Project. I think it is just a really well done movie. Low tech, low budget. It says in here around $60,000 to shoot. But that's always kind of been a number that's kind of been a if here and there that I've heard different things about it. But let's see here. It says it still remains the top grossing found footage movie ever at $141 million domestically. And of course, number 2 is the shirt I have on, Paranormal Activity, at $108 million. I think that the simpleness of this movie, the unknown actors, the premise, because really it is what sparked the whole found footage genre, really. The shaky cam, whatever it may be, and how you have the Cloverfield, you have Project X, Chronicle, Last Exorcism, Devil Inside. You have these other films that use the found footage like theme to their films. The marketing for this was really, really well done. I remember it being at the Sundance Film Festival and just completely starting waves of just throwing people off and just getting people excited and everything like that. And this was before Twitter and before Facebook and everything, and this was just a huge online media viral success that just dominated when it came out. Having the no-name actors in it that people hadn't seen before, made it that much more believable. And it's a shame that Dan Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez, the two guys who wrote, directed, and edited the Blair Witch, just really didn't ever go on to do anything else. I know that they were involved with Blair Witch 2, which, yeah, I'm sorry, but Blair Witch 2 to me was just terrible. What did they do? They co-directed, they co-directed Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. They have not done a big studio film since the bombing of Blair Witch 2. I think Blair Witch 2 would have been more successful if the guys would have stuck with their original formula and not went the way they did with that film. That film pretty much destroyed their career, because I remember when Blair Witch came out, and it was really hot, and they were really hot, and I would read articles and stuff with them. They had like TV show development deals. They had other big studios that were interested in their other ideas and stuff they had. But after Blair Witch 2 came out and bombed, they kind of became like, leprosy. Nobody wants to touch them, which is a shame. They've done some other minor films since then, but of course none of them as big as Blair Witch. I still wait for the day that there's a found footage movie that comes out that tops Blair Witch. But Blair Witch to me is, like in my Q&A that I did, one of the questions asked was, what was the last movie that genuinely scared me? And I would have to say it was the Blair Witch Project. I saw that movie 3 times in theaters. In fact, I actually keep all my movie stubs here. And if I can find it here real quick, yeah, there's my Blair Witch tickets right there. I saw it for the first time on, where's the date on this thing? Yeah, July 30th, July 31st, and then again on August 6th, 1999. So yeah, I keep all my movie stubs in there, going all the way back to 93. And the 3 different times I saw it in the theaters, every time I was in there, even after it had been out for like a month or two, people were still sitting there talking about it like they thought it was real. Like, word hadn't gotten around like, okay, this is just a film. It's, there's a script, but there's not like a full script. There's a lot of parts that are improvised. And just a lot of intricate detail went into the marketing and everything of this film that just made it that much more genius of a movie. And every time I saw it in theaters, and even when it came out on DVD, which is somewhere behind me, I don't know how many times I watched on DVD that first week I had it, but just the overall sense of dread when it gets to be towards the end of the film, especially when she's running around the house and you have like the different cameras and the voices and things when she goes down the stairs and turns and she sees the guy in the corner and then she gets bam. And when they're in the tent and they hear the kids and then the tent rattles. I mean, that is simply just scary stuff right there. So easy to do, and it scares people every time. When those scenes hit, the third time I saw it in the theaters, obviously I knew what was going to happen. The second time I knew it was going to happen. And when certain scenes hit, I mean, the whole audience just literally jumped out of their seats. They all shit themselves, I'm sure, which I almost did the first time through. And I don't know, in a way I'm kind of glad Blair Witch 2 wasn't a success, because there probably would have been a 3 and a 4. Kind of like these movies here, kind of like the Paranormal Activity movies right here. The first one, which is this shirt, was brilliant. I really liked it. It took me back to having that feeling of being creeped out, of being scared when I see a movie. And it was really well done. And then the second one came out, and I was excited for it. But it, to me, just fell completely flat on its face. I think the music and just the overall feeling of the film, you knew when things were going to happen now in the Paranormal Activity films. Just by the way the camera was or the noises, just you knew when something was going to happen. I was not scared one bit by part 2, and I never even went to watch part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, or the skid-marked ones. And I probably will never watch another Paranormal Activity. I like the first one. I like the experience of the first one. The second one left a enormous bad taste in my mouth, kind of like Blair Witch 2 did to Blair Witch 1. So yeah, in a way, I kind of wish Paranormal Activity 2 would have completely bombed like Blair Witch 2, and then the memories would be a lot more fonder of the earlier film for some people. But yeah, so I just wanted to do this video because Blair Witch actually came out in theaters. It opened in 27 screens July 16th, 1999. And it's been imitated and duplicated ever since. A lot of movies to varying success. Some of them I like. Some of them I think are just pure trash. It's a really easy genre to do. Anybody with a camcorder can do it. It's just whether they can do it good or not. So there we go. There's my video. bring on the hate for those of you that hate Blair Witch. I don't mind. I love it. And I always will think it's just a fantastically well done film by two really talented guys that I think kind of got shafted. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Cheers.